Hello, my name is Lark,
And I'm Victoria.
and we decided to just really have a conversation between the two of us and have you all here with us so that what we have to say can potentially activate something inside of you as we have been activated over the last 3 months.
Yeah, I
with
can't believe it's been
everything
3 months. Yeah.
with everything that we have discovered, and our intention is really just to pay it forward, have an open conversation, and if you have any questions about what we're saying, if things resonate, please reach out to us. We have a lot to share. So let's just kind of start at the beginning.
Okay.
Our awakening through text message of, are you feeling like this is really weird? Like, what is happening? Like, that's the first thing, is just having curiosity over this pandemic and what has happened. Just asking the question, like, what is really going on?
Yeah, like just uncovering that and just like asking the first questions and then just like realizing that something seems a little off. And so if it seems off, it probably is off.
That's your intuition saying to you, ding, 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 you're onto something.
Yeah, definitely. And you should never disregard that. And I know a lot of us do, because we're like, oh no, I'm just overthinking that. Or I'm just like, that wouldn't be that way. But it actually could be that way. So that inner voice is really something to pay attention to, and to never dismiss that, and to try to get better at honing in on listening to that inner voice, inner intuition.
Absolutely. So that's kind of what happened for both of us. We both, at like the exact same moment, on the exact same day, just came to each other and said, something isn't quite right. I'm very curious about what's really going on. And just making that statement of curiosity brought so many different things into our lives. It's just like one thing after the other. We have to give a huge shout out to Stacia Bliss that, when I came to her, I've done so many things with her in the past to elevate my consciousness, but when I came to her and I said, what is really going on, and started questioning, she was definitely the gatekeeper that opened a gate to so many things.
And then
I wouldn't really call her a gatekeeper. She was excited to welcome us in with open arms to a new level of consciousness, really. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it definitely is that. And then I had some other friends too that were awakened to some questions that they had, and they started to uncover things as well, and they were sharing with me, and I was like, wow, I've never even heard of that. But my mind was really open to receiving it, because we had already done a lot of mindset work, because we have a mindset group called Morning Mindset Accountability, and we were prepared for it. We were ready to receive it. And once we started to look, we actually dove down the rabbit hole head first. We like took off running and took a big dive. It was actually really fun.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. And so we aren't coming to you to talk about all of the things that we discovered, as much as to let you know that if you are having a feeling of curiosity, wondering what's going on, feel into it and know that there are a whole bunch of people that are newly awakened light workers that are here to guide you and help you. And I feel like when we share this video, we can put a lot of the things that were so impactful for us within.
Yeah, and I think each video we'll share, we'll kind of
dig a little bit deeper,
give more information. Just kind of just a little introduction of the fact that we were totally asleep, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely we had a beautiful foundation of a beautiful mindset routine. Both of us can share later about different parts of our lives, but going through difficult times in our lives, both of us for different reasons went on a path of having an on-point mindset and how important that is. And it's really cool because we started a mindset group and we held each other accountable for the last year with making sure that we are waking up and doing a mindset routine. And that was really a huge part of us being able to be open to more.
Oh, definitely.
Because you can't just sledge through life like doing a 9-to-5 and having all of these responsibilities and the weight of the world on your shoulders. You kind of need to be opened up to understanding a little bit more about the law of attraction and how to manifest things and all of that. I feel like that was our gateway drug to consciousness.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I think so too. I think that if you don't open up your mind to other possibilities, or just even to loving yourself and to taking that self-care, that time to just relax, be still, and listen, then, you'll never hear it, right? You'll never hear your intuition, or you'll never see what you need to be seeing at the time. So it is very important what we learned, and that was the beautiful thing about quarantine, is that we actually had to get off that hamster wheel, and we actually had to take a little pause and look left and right, up and down, and all around, and we had the time to do that. And yeah, and then it just totally opened our minds up to reality, a different reality that was right in front of our eyes that we just didn't see because we weren't focused on it.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that we want to share is that it can look like, especially if you're looking at mainstream media or you're following the news, it can look like everything is so dark and bleak. But we want to share a message of what if it's not? What if this that has happened to the whole world is something so big and so beautiful, and really, we are able to feel into our own divinity, and so many beautiful things are happening. It's like the whole world needed to think it might get really sick to wake up and see how well we actually are.
Yeah, I think that it goes with that thing, like when you get brought to your knees and you get like, you feel like everything's gonna end or whatever, then that's whenever it actually begins and you become your best version. And I think that that's what happens to a lot of us, and it can happen to you guys too. It doesn't have to be hello.
This is my daughter Stella,
our little beautiful angel.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, I lost my train of thought on that one, but because it's such a lovely young
Beautiful
lady.
energy that
Yes.
came through.
And there you go. But so that's that. I don't even know what we were saying.
We were talking about what we were waking up to.
Consciousness.
Yeah.
And new realities.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And this time being a time period that we actually can really co-create something so beautiful together. And let's just take a second to celebrate the amount of healing that our planet has done over this time. Like, no matter what, we can all definitely agree, all of the beautiful waterways clearing up and dolphins coming back, swans coming back, just how easily things can be cleaned up when we just have some consciousness about what we're doing to our beautiful Sophia Gaia planet too.
And that we don't have to have as much as we thought we had to have.
Yeah.
And that life can be really simple, which actually in return makes everything way more peaceful and beautiful and calm.
Yeah, I mean, just getting together and gathering again is, so beautiful and so exciting. And I think that we kind of all took that for granted. And so now being able to come back into spaces and gather, it's like, wow, this is so cool. Like, this is what it's all about. And that's what you realize, is that the things that you thought really mattered aren't the things that actually did, because the things that mattered was, okay, I can't wait for us to be able to get together again.
It's
I can't
the
wait.
little things.
Yeah, I can't wait to be outdoors. This whole experience for me, I have spent so much time outside, and that's meant the world to me too, to reconnect in that kind of way.
Yeah, me too. I've never taken so many walks in my life, and now it's like my favorite time of the day. At the end of the day, I'll just go out and go for a long walk and listen to some wonderful teachings and really get in tune with my higher self and just have that alone time. And I just think it's amazing that that's come out of this. And I know that there's a lot of things that have come out for everyone that's been so beautiful. And so it definitely doesn't have to be really gloomy. There's always two sides to everything, and there's a definite beautiful narrative, I guess you would say, to this too. There's a beautiful story to parts of the quarantine for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like our lenses have been cleared and cleaned off, and the veils are lifting, and we just want to share all of the things that we are learning and continue to learn. And this is also something that we know is going to keep growing and growing and growing within us. And so this is kind of us at our embryonic stage of development in the way that has happened over the last 3 months. So we also wanted to have that, this is the beginning. And so we'd love for you all to come along for the journey. We look forward to hearing where you're at. Have you been part of the Great Awakening for 10 years? Because we honor everybody that has been towing that line for so long. Or are you at the beginning of your journey like we are?
Yeah.
Or are you like, what the heck are they talking about? Like, there's such a variation of what's going on. And so we're just excited to share our journey and to be on this journey with everyone as we collectively create something really beautiful together.
And so it is.
And so it is.